Hi, and welcome to this month's Community Update. I'm Brooklyn Kaufman. I'm joined here again by Superintendent Dr. Fay. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
July was a busy month with 2 board meetings held already, and all of our principals are coming back to prepare for fall. I want to bring everybody up to date on the latest activities in the district with some huge accomplishments made just this week. Coach Wigington from Heritage was named the president of Texas High School Coaches Association, and our Mallet Het group from the Mile just participated in nationals on the final pitch competition. We should remind everyone that enrollment is open for all new district students, and the junior ROTC program was added to the high schools. Talk a little bit about that program.
So we had a request, I believe from our Board of Trustees for many years now, to try to engage in a conversation around bringing ROTC programs to the district. And so that was a clear priority when we came in. And so we assembled a team to start looking into that, and our board approved for us to have an ROTC program beginning this next year. And so I believe from what the student course selections were from last year is that we had about 58 students district-wide that aspired to be in an ROTC program. And so we are moving forward with that. We're still in the planning stages of what that will look like for the district, but very excited to be bringing ROTC to the system. And so it's we've had it in another system where I worked, and probably one of the most important programs in the school. So I'm excited about that.
That is so exciting. I know we also received some ESSER funds. What exactly is that?
Yeah, that's a big, long acronym for basically funding that the federal government is provided to school districts to kind of deal with, if you will, the COVID pandemic and the massive gaps that were created for students during that time. I just had an interview with a group of kids earlier today where we talked about their experiences during COVID and what they expect to see in the next school year. And so we also must understand that that was unusual for us to be in that setting. And so students, academically have fallen a little bit behind. And so ESSER funds are funds for districts to provide services to students in a way that helps close that gap that we lost. And so we definitely have had some plans regarding that. And so we're moving forward with interventionists at our campuses that will help support the work of intervening for those children, and in hopes that by this year, at the end of the year, when we're in a testing format, that we can successfully have closed gaps that kids gained while they were in pandemic. So
I know we're really excited to have Mentors Care program in our schools again this year. They do such a good job just mentoring and caring for all of our students. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so our board approved this past Monday the Mentors Care agreement for the community. And I've been fortunate enough to spend a little bit of time with Miss Dina Petty, who is kind of the founder of that work. And so we did have people sign up to speak at public comment regarding that, and it was inspiring to see the impact that it's made on people in general, and then also to have some of the mentors show up and share their experience in mentoring kids. And so not all kids in school systems have the same life, and so there are kids who struggle with things that are going on at home, just life in general issues, and all of us have a different way of dealing with it and handling life, and some kids struggle more than others. And so this is a program that puts an adult in the life of a child, and to hear the children speak of their experience on Monday night was encouraging. And so I also look forward to working with Ms. Petty to better understand that program and how it impacts the work of the district. And so just great to see it move forward, and hopefully I can learn more about it and be better prepared to talk about it in the next coming year.
I know we have a new principal at Mountain Peak, and we also have some new faces and people in different roles in the central office. Do you want to go ahead and introduce us to them?
Yeah, and so most people are not new to the system, and I'm happy about that. I'm a big believer in trying to grow our own at MISD, and so we will do some things fairly quickly, and we will be very intentional about growing leadership in the system in the next couple of years. But Adam Hinkie has been in our system for a few years. He did go through a very rigorous selection process when the original job opening at Mountain Peak came. But instead of going through that entire selection process again, I decided to take kind of a non-traditional route in making that decision with my staff. And what I did was I met with the teaching staff there, and I met with the community, and we did some survey data around that. And so clearly evident to me that Adam is a good selection to lead that campus. And sometimes you may not have experience in that role, but how do you get it unless someone gives you that chance? And so Adam will be the first principal that I hire at MISD. I'm very excited to work with him and help him grow. On that note, we did elevate Dr. Williams to a new role, and then we have onboarded the deputy superintendent, which is Darren Casper, so he'll be joining us from San Antonio. Dr. Williams will actually be helping us launch a true support system for principals this year, to be more of a thought partner to them and to coach them and to be on campuses helping them navigate and provide solutions to issues that arise, so that we can achieve at the very highest levels in the state of Texas. The deputy superintendent will work directly with me to help support the evaluation of principals, and so we're working through what that looks like right now and trying to build a collaborative structure through curriculum and instruction, so that we have a true line of support for principals that is going to be have a direct feed to the curriculum instruction department, so that we know that our teachers are getting what they need to get and our leaders are getting what they need to get. And so it's a bold move on my end, but work that I firmly believe in. And so I will actually help people. I will actually have people in the system now that will help me build out a true talent pipeline for leadership, and I'm excited about that. We also have Becky Krisnak, who was promoted, and so we did update y'all, I think, last week, the last update, where we had promoted Shelley Blaylock to an assistant superintendent. So that has created, kind of a domino effect, but instead of replacing individual roles that existed, we decided to take a look at curriculum instruction, and at the recommendation of Ms. Blaylock, we decided to elevate Becky Krisnak, who is ready for some additional responsibilities and leadership, so that we don't miss a beat in this next year, while we're really trying to decide how does central office need to be structured more appropriately to support campuses and to support learning on campuses. And also we have Louis Nguyen, who is Director of Technology, and he is actually joining us from Austin, the Austin area, and lots of years of experience in leading technology in a bigger system. I believe he was in Austin ISD. He has a huge background in cybersecurity, and that's a big deal right now, and happy for him to be joining our team as we not only increase the capacity within our technology department, but that we're able to provide some guidance to our cybersecurity program that we have for students. So I'm excited about having him join us.
That's so awesome. This time next month, everyone's going to be in school. I know I'm so excited. My question is, what's going to excite you the most about everybody coming back this next month?
The most exciting thing about August 16th will be that we have all of our students back in our buildings and in our schools. And I'm so happy for that. I've had some good experiences over the summer interacting with the students at MISD, and my hope is that I get to spend a lot of time on all of our campuses working with staff to ensure that we deliver the best quality education to our kids possible. And so, yeah, that will be, that day cannot come too soon for our community, I think. And I think I think in the past, kids are like, oh no, school again. And now I'm hearing we can't wait to get back to school because that's part of some normalcy in their lives. So I'm excited about that.
Really amazing. I do think that that's all the time we have for today's community update. Thank you so much for being here, Dr.
Thank you.
Bay.